Well, welcome to another live stream. My name is Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios, and we're going to talk tonight just a little bit about what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, as well as when I get back from spring break. Yes, I am taking a break from this live stream. I'm going to be focusing on some other things in the Bennett residence, as well as a project that my mother-in-law is doing next door. She had a cancellation today on the guy that was coming to build her gazebo, which actually happens to be a family member. So now all the materials are here, and I need to help her make sure we get someone to come in and do that, as well as a number of other things that we're going to be doing. You can see that I have Miles Morales behind me, and I have the Foldio 3, the Foldio 360 turntable. They got some halo lights lit up. We have all of that set up tonight. There's a peek into that light box, and we are going to talk just a few minutes about that tonight, as well as the app and what's going to happen in the 2 weeks, and then what we're going to do when we get back. But let's take a moment to put the chat on the air. Let me find my Wacom One pin. Welcome, everyone. I want to thank you, first of all, for joining my live stream. A shout out to those of you who joined our quarterly Zoom last week. So I appreciate it. We didn't have a big crowd, but we had lots of fun talking about media. We had people here to give their input, and got the chance to give my input on what's changing in the world of media in our world today. And I just want to say that it was really cool to have someone that was in television back in 1959, people that are in television currently, and as well as getting input from all the way in Venezuela. So shout out to those of you who joined me, Hank, TVJ, and Freddie, I think. Was it on that Zoom get-together. That was last Tuesday night. We'll do another one probably like the first or second week of September. We'll see how that goes, but thank you so much for joining me. We're going to only have a 20-minute live stream. We're almost 5 minutes in, so be prepared for that tonight. It's not going to be long. I didn't want to not come tonight. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going to happen. I am going to post a couple videos between now and when I come back live on June 20th. So write that date down, June 20th. Let me put the still image back on the screen. So we're going to be talking about the beginning of time in my live stream. So in the still image, you can see kind of information about what we're going to do. We're going to be back on June 20th. We're also going to stream from some tools that I have not used in a long time. So I'm actually going to take my original Canon camera, my cam link, going to be using my laptop, going to be using OBS. I'm actually going to stream live from OBS that night. So again, I hope you guys will join me for that. So let's just say hi to everybody in the chat. There's a little bit of information about what's coming up and what we're going to do tonight. So let me just go through the chat real quick, and I'll try to answer your questions. I will say this. If I get lots of likes tonight, I'm going to watch that algorithm, and I may go ahead and stream a little longer tonight. So whatever you do, don't like the video if you're wanting to get out of here in 20 minutes. So keep that in mind. It's good to have you, Hank. Good to have you in the Zoom last week so much. And thank you for getting the early bird seats. Thank you, Freddie, for joining me as well. And Freddie and I emailed back and forth today. It's always great to have those back channel relationships, and I appreciate that. Many of you I have done that with. So thank you so much. Freddie was with us also in the Zoom call. Let's see here. Yeah, I like this. Hank had actually an opportunity to talk very candidly. When you have a perspective like Hank does, being back in the world of television back in 1959, we learned some things about how you were able to get video from one place to another place if you wanted to do a special or whatever that was, and that was incredible. So hopefully you'll join us in September for our next face-to-face Zoom, and you'll be able to ask Hank some questions. That was really cool. And then, yeah, Freddie's getting some compliments from Hank on his English in that live stream. So let me scroll down here. Let's see. Yeah, I had Skycam on tonight. It would show chat right now, but I'll interrupt you really quick here, Freddie, your chat, and I'll put, let's turn chat off the air and turn Skycam on here. Transition, and I'll put Skycam on the air. Where are you? So there's the Skycam on the air, and I can obviously, using my Instant 360, move it around the room to programmed locations. I can reprogram those each week. I try to keep a still image in that same location. So if I put my still image up, like right now, then bring the Skycam on the air, then I can just simply show you guys what's going on in the studio, show you some of the things in my studio. That's my shelf. That is the poster in the corner shelf. This right here is my camera. That's just one of my cameras tonight. Then we go over here, and you have my shelf, my little Fallout guy. And then you have, that's the bat shelf back there with the Lego Technique Batmobile. We got another little Batmobile back there, the Batman 1966 book, and all of that stuff back there. And then obviously this as well. So get back to me in a logo. So thank you, Freddie, for bringing that Skycam up. You seem to thoroughly enjoy the Skycam. And so we will put that chat back on there. So thank you, Freddie, for that. Let's just go through here. Let's say hi to Tony. Good to have you, Tony. I'm sorry you missed the Zoom as well, but that's okay. It's just one of those things. It's an open forum. I will try to give everybody a little bit more information. But again, we're moving into summer. I totally understand. I can just tell you this is an absolute pleasure to be able to see you guys on the screen. And it's not that much different from you seeing me, but you get to see the other people that join that Zoom as well. And that's a lot of fun. So yeah, 2 are watching and 4 likes. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on that before we sign off tonight, and we might stretch this out just a little bit. Good to have you, TVJ. Jay's here. Jay was in the Zoom as well, had some great input. And he comes from the more modern realm. He's working in broadcasting right now, and let him share other things like that. But we talked about how we're streaming through the internet, and Hank was talking about how you used to have to go through phone companies. So back in the day, and also send couriers to transfer videos from place to place. And a lot has changed from back in the late 50s and 60s to the 2023 that we live in now, including how, oh, there's the echo. Let's double check. Thank you, Tony. Why do we have an echo? Is one of my cameras on? No. Not sure why I have an echo, Tony, but I appreciate that. Let me put my headphones on here. We're going to do some live technical. Wow, I'm hearing me twice. That's really interesting. This has never happened before. This has never happened before. Okay. Please stand by. Please stand by. Okay, should be good. Somehow my computer was leaking through. Let's just make sure. Wow, sorry about that. Well, you're always growing, always learning, and we're going to go backwards in time in the live stream when we come back on June 20th. So let's just continue going down here. Let me say hi to David. It is good to have you. TVJ, here is David. We have Chio Walker. It's good to have you. I don't know, Chio, if you've been here before. So let me know if you've ever have been. Thank you so much for joining us. That is really, really cool to have you here tonight. I did change one thing tonight. I did not have subscriber only enabled for tonight because it's going to be a stream for a shorter stream. I wanted anybody that wanted to join to hear what's going to happen this summer and how things are going to change a little bit in the live streams when we come back on June 20th. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. An audio delay in the background is still there. Okay. Let's double check and see if my phone is tethered and it's somehow sending audio. Not tethered. One more thing here. One more thing here. Okay, let me know if it is gone now, Tony. Thank you very much. I don't know, guys. It's really weird. I've never had that before. I am using my RodeCaster Pro version 2 tonight, and I do have my PC coming in on one of the channels, but all of the volumes are down. I don't have any input gains up except for my mic number 1. I don't see any signals coming in from any of my cameras, so I'll show you guys that. Let's share this screen right here. We'll diagnose this really quickly, and I won't penalize you guys time for this. So here's the audio coming in right now. Let's do me and my laptop. So there's the audio coming in. So you can see I only have audio coming in on number 1. I don't have any audio enabled on any of my inputs. So it would have to come in the RodeCaster Pro. I don't see any audio levels. I can show you guys that as well tonight. Let's see if this camera is on. Going into my RodeCaster Pro here, channel 3. Here's my RodeCaster Pro. You can see I only have one audio signal coming in there. So this is very, very interesting, but and I don't know how it could loop through. Testing 1, 2. Maybe it's stopped on your end. So, okay. Well, I'm going to roll. Let me know if it has stopped looping. Let me get back to the chat here. Obviously, there's a delay in the chat, but I did shorten it up tonight. So let's see. Freddie says, I think audio is okay. Chio says, I don't hear an echo. Whatever I did, it's now gone. Yay! Okay, I solved it live. So, you know, sometimes you got to create problems in order to solve problems in the live stream. Again, this channel is really about live streaming tech, answering questions, covering some new tools, things that I've added to my studio. And then hopefully maybe you can decide if it's something that you want to add to your studio if you're streaming from home. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight about why I'm taking a break is that, number 1, I want to help with some projects around the house and give my wife Shannon a little bit of a break. So she has a busy schedule on Tuesday. I usually have a busy schedule on Tuesday with the live streams. So I'm going to break from that. Almost did not have a live tonight, just to try to lift some of that burden off of her. Also, those of you guys that have been on the channel for a while, and again, I'm not complaining, I'm not whining, but I have my wife's mother that lives next door, and we've been taking care of her. She just finished some treatments, and she's slowly feeling better and better. So she's got some projects that she wants to do, and I shared earlier how one of those projects, we had a family member that was going to come take care of putting this gazebo, actually pergola in the backyard. He canceled this morning. He was supposed to show up today, start building. All the supplies are here now, and he said he has a back issue now and can't be a part of that. So we want to make sure that she can get all that dialed and going. And then I have a lot of other things going on as well, and so I need to get working on some of those projects. I will be posting a couple videos. That's something I've been slacking in. So even though I might not be live, I will be using some of the time I'm not live to produce a couple videos. One video I want to do is on this, and we're going to show you this just in a minute before we go off the air. This is the Foldio 3. It is a light box. I have the Miles Morales in there that I'm going to be using on my grandson's new channel that I'm going to be doing with him. And that's going to be mainly about collectibles. So we will be talking more about that in June when we come back live. So he and I will be actually working a little bit behind the scenes on that channel. And then some of the other time, and I do spend a whole day getting ready for my live streams. I usually do some research Monday afternoon. So literally is going to get me about 9 hours of time back to work on a couple other projects that I need to do. And we're launching his channel, so that means YouTube backgrounds. That means all of the things. We're producing a number of videos, and we've already done hours of footage. So those have to be edited and ready to go. Again, not neglecting you guys, just letting you know that all of that added up to me wanting to take a break. But let me just share real quickly where we're going to go when we get back, and I'm excited about this. And some of this I'll be playing with while I'm gone. So when I launched, let me show you guys that picture. This is actually kind of pathetic. But there it is. There, I'm a little heavier. I have my SM7B. I'm in my bedroom. I have the same desk located in the corner at the base of the bed. That's our bedroom window. And this was the original shot I was playing with. And that was a practice stream that I was doing right there. So it wasn't live yet, was practicing. But in that studio, I was using a cam link, which is by Elgato. You can use this to plug an HDMI DSLR in. This end plugs into a higher speed traditional USB port. And then if you have a fast enough laptop or fast enough PC or fast enough Macintosh, you can then download the software and then stream directly into your PC, your Mac, whatever it is, and then go live. And I was going live in OBS. And I've shared this with you guys before that I use OBS all the time. I'm using it for chat right now. If I want to put chat on the screen, I use it to make my intro video. So the intro video tonight that I played, it has a 2-minute countdown. Normally it's 7 minutes, and I make that in OBS. And so what I wanted to do is stream when we get back on June 20th. That's right. I will be gone till June 20th on what I'm calling spring break, because it won't be summer until after I come back on live. But on June 20th, we will be back on the air. I'll have special announcements about the other channel. I'm going to have some other announcements about our channel and what I'm going to be doing there. And also, we are going to be going back in time, and I'm going to be using again one DSLR, this cam link, going into my laptop like I was that day, and I'm going to stream in OBS. I'm going to actually do a couple things in OBS that I learned back then. Like I used slideshows in the beginning from OBS, and I could use a couple different cameras. I could use the DSLR and a webcam. So I'm going to bust out that old archaic webcam. It used to sit right here for the fun of it, but I folded it up and put it away. So all of that I'm going to use again. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to stream from that bedroom. I think it would be fun if I did, so I might. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then switch out the cam link, which was the next step, and I'm going to add in this little baby. And we're going to talk about the ATEM Mini Pro. It's still a great tool, and guess what? It has come down in price. It is so affordable now. It is crazy not to buy one. If you want to stream or start your own little studio, I know some of you aren't in the United States, so you'll have to do the math for your area. But in reality, this has come down incredibly. It has 4 inputs that you can see right here. It has 1 HDMI output. It does have multi-view. And so if you buy the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, they both have multi-view. They both have 1 output. So then you could use 1 output to be a multi-view in your studio, and then when you need to have a confidence monitor, you could just simply switch over, and the buttons to switch between different outputs are right here. So you could go camera 1 and make it full screen and then switch back to multi-view. You could look at your program. Like I'm watching my program view right now. So if it looks like I'm not looking in camera, I'm looking above it, it's because I talk to myself in the monitor. So we're gonna bring this out in week number 2. That is June 27th. And so we're still gonna be in OBS. That's right. When I first got this, I still streamed through OBS the first time. And then after that, week number 3, you can do the math. So June 20th, June 27th, we're actually going to then stream directly from this device. And we're going to play around with this and kind of come forward in time back into some of the things that I have available right now in the studio. And I bought covers from all of mine. This is by a Deck Saver cover for the ATEM Mini Pro, and it's a great tool to protect it. So, okay, because we had technical difficulty, we are going to roll a little bit after 20 after, because you can see it's at 20 after. I'm not making that up. I just know that we had some technical difficulties with echo in the background, so I want to give you that 4 or 5 minutes back. And so let's go through here again in the chat, and then we'll talk about what's behind me. So there's Tony's chat. David, I'm glad you'll miss me. I know some of you set your clock by my live streams, and that I appreciate. I'm not trying to create celebrity status, but I have those people that I love to watch on YouTube, and I get frustrated when I don't have any time or something else comes up and they're live. Like Jay goes live a lot on Monday nights, and always Monday nights seem to have family in my house. It's kind of become this, we're either out visiting the grandkids because Shannon's off, I'm off. That's kind of our day, and it makes it hard to attend some of those live streams. So you watch them delayed, but it's not the same as being able to chat. So thank you guys so much for making Tuesday nights a regular thing. Thank you, Freddie. I'll miss you too. Yeah, I went 1080, but we're going to play around, Tony. So what Tony just asked me is, you can go 4K on the Cam Link. So my EOS R will output 4K. My Canon 5D will not. So I'm now using my EOS R. I'm still playing with the exposure. It's not the same camera as my Canon 5D Mark IV. That Canon's right here. You can see just the lens cap and part of the lens in the screen. And that shoots over on the table. I call this camera 1. And that's what I use if I'm podcasting. So you can see the full Foldio 3 there. You can see the Foldio 360 under the Hot Toys Miles Morales. And again, that is going to be our feature starting point for our Bennett's Collectibles channel. And that's what Dominic and I decided to call it. And it's going to be a grandfather-grandson channel. So I will miss you guys too as well. Thank you so much. Freedom Media is here tonight. Shout out to you. Thank you. I will enjoy that break. I will be very busy, but I will not have to try to get this game face on and be able to do live, because live you just have to roll. And so it's a lot more responsibility, but I wouldn't want to scare anybody away. I absolutely love it. I love the idea that when I'm in this studio, and I'm talking about products, something is listening, or I'm talking about things I'm using, or answering questions that other people have asked me. And so a lot of times my live stream becomes something that my clients asked me, because I do consulting primarily for live streaming, home studios, podcasting, things like that. I also do some on-location help here in the local Washington area. I have driven as far as 6 hours away to do an install for a personal friend of mine. I travel with my company, Life Journey Productions. And so that is my traveling videography, photography, though I focus on videography. So lots of responsibilities, though I don't have a lot of those projects coming up. I have another trip in August that I will be going to an open house where there'll be thousands of people and RVs galore and dealers coming in and around from the nation. And I will be shooting there in August, and actually being trained by a manufacturer. So how they want me to shoot for their company here on the West Coast, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Chio says, I recently got the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, and that led me to finding your channel. Well, I am so glad you found me. I did a series on the ATEM Mini Pro, not the ISO. The big difference is the ISO will make a folder for you with all of the channels recorded. So that means that all 4 inputs will record. What you have in your media pool will be saved. And then you also, it'll create a folder and an XML that you can then bring into DaVinci Resolve and then change your switching, change your transitions, and that's pretty cool. I've only played with it once. I'm not a DaVinci guy, but I'm really considering getting more involved in DaVinci. So great question, and congratulations on getting your new ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, Chio, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. DJ Ware in the house. Yes, the science of security and technology to go internet, go through the air on through the internet. I'm not even using the right vernacular, but you'll find that over at DJ's channel. You'll also find some of that technology on TVJ's, also over there at Tony's Quick Tech Solutions. So make sure that you guys enjoy their channels as well. Subscribe and hang out with them when they go live. Then we have Joe in the house. Joe has this new YouTube channel, Tech for Fun. I think he's been live once with Tony, maybe twice, and it's good to have you here tonight, Joe. So, okay, let's just see here before we roll out. Joe again is here. Freedom Media. Oh, we have Freedom Media here from Australia. Freedom Media is a channel that works in the UK. I've actually had the incredible privilege to be face-to-face, and great to have you here. Let's see. Western Australia, it's a 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. Well, forward in time to Wednesday. It is Tuesday here now, almost now, 4:30. So we're already 10 minutes over tonight's short stream, but great to have you. Have you experienced any updates on the HyperDeck IP issue? It now seems to be resolved here in Australia. So what you're talking about is my HyperDeck seemed to disconnect. So if I turn everything off and turn things on, it doesn't matter if I turn my ATEMs on first and then my HyperDecks on first, then my ATEMs. Periodically, they just disconnect. So that's what we're talking about here. So that's really cool if that's fixed in Australia. I think that would have to be a new Blackmagic Design control software update. I have not done any recent updates. So if you have a new update, please let me know. And we will let everybody know tonight. It's good to have you here. You can share your name if you want to be anonymous. That's up to you, but you can share your name if you do not want to be anonymous. But we do know your Freedom Media channel. What is Freedom Media? Basically, it is in the UK. It's outside of the kind of the government-sponsored media stations. So lots of new media stations have sprung up, and they are going out to interview Parliament and all the stuff that regular media stations do. And this is one of those channels that you could tune into in the UK and get questions that may not be asked or answered in regular mainstream media, or you may get a different opinion on questions that have been asked and answered from mainstream media. I think this is the coolest thing ever for our nation and places like the UK and all places, right? It doesn't just have to be the United Kingdom or the United States. There's so many different countries out there, and you're starting to see, because of social media, because of live streaming, because of new channels springing up, right, where you can go launch some controversial topics without getting flagged or getting stopped in those places. But I try to stay right here on YouTube with all of those people here on YouTube and try to focus in on helping people learn live stream technology. I may start streaming on some other locations just because there's other people out there learning and they may not be on YouTube, and that's my passion and that's my heart. Okay. We're going to wrap up things here tonight. I did say it was going to be a 20-minute live stream. I do want to give you a quick demo as we roll out tonight of the light box. And so I'm going to basically tonight say goodnight, and then I'm going to go to Super Source and have 3 boxes open. I'm going to take my phone and the app to take some photographs, some 360 videos, all using this turntable called the Fodio 360, the light box called the Fodio 3. I have halo bars there. They just provide some light in the front. The Fodio 360 has lights in the back built into that little turntable, and I can up and lower and raise that from the app. Then I can do a photo 360 from my phone. And if I wanted to, I could hook up my DSLR camera if it qualifies for the app. And then I could actually do a 360 from my DSLR. And you can find out more about that from Orange Monkey's website. This is not sponsored, but I love their products. I've bought the whole kit. I bought all the backgrounds, and I bought an extra set of halo bars with a separate remote control for those, so that when we're doing things and we need more light, we will have more light that kind of incorporates in with this device. So, okay. Again, this is Lindsay. Cheers from Australia. So he let his name out of the bag. Thank you, David. I'm going to have a great break, but I appreciate you giving me your blessing. That's awesome. Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate it as well, coming from you guys. Short enough, but every minute of tonight's stream, have a great Keith. Yeah, so I'm going to end the chat for right now. Thank you guys so much. If you have a question, please put it in the comments. I will answer those questions to the best of my ability. I literally have moments during the week where I will look into my channel to see if anybody's asking me questions in my HyperDeck series. So if you haven't gone over to watch the HyperDeck series, that's kind of one thing I specialize on. I've done a whole series now on sideshow effects using the new Stream Deck Plus. That actually got them reaching out to me because they saw my videos. And so that's been an interesting conversation. I love those back channel conversations with people that are designing apps like Adam Tao. Now I get to have back channel conversations. I even had a Zoom conversation with the guys at Sideshow Effects. So check out all their packs. They have stuff for DaVinci Resolve now. They have it for Photoshop. They have it for Adobe Premiere. They have it for Final Cut. There's so many different things that you can now do with a Stream Deck, as well as a Stream Deck Plus. So check that out. It's a growing company, and I think it's just, they have some amazing tools. And again, this is not sponsored. I just love what they're doing. And one of the videos that I want to produce, I haven't finished yet, is a video on me editing in Adobe Premiere, why people watch me use my Stream Deck Plus. And you go, wow, Keith, what is a Stream Deck Plus? Well, this is a Stream Deck Plus, and there is their plug-in. Actually, it's kind of a pack. So you can use this pack. There's plenty of pages. I could use the touchscreen. I can use the knobs. I know this is not focusing because it's using my eyes to focus. But right here on my Stream Deck Plus is that pack from Sideshow Effects. It's the Premiere Pro pack. I purchased from them the Pro pack for the Stream Deck Plus and the Stream Deck XL, which is their largest deck. And I love it. I love it more on the device that has knobs and touchscreen and buttons. So you can customize it, and there's gonna be some of that in that latest video once I get it done. I really do want to take one of those projects from this new channel with Dominic and I and do a whole edit on that. It may be live, I haven't decided yet. So if I do it live, it won't be at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. But I would love to demo that pack because I don't think there's enough of that happening out there on YouTube. And I think if you're gonna get one of these decks and you do like editing and you want to work in all of these different softwares, they are developing packs as fast as they can. So check those out for all it's worth. Okay, so let me tether my phone as we get ready to say goodnight. And I'm just gonna say this: you guys and gals are amazing. Thank you. I am honored to be live with you here. Okay, I think that's spelled right. So I just put that in the chat to say thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers. It's not my focus, but obviously the more people that subscribe have a greater chance of finding my videos. So make sure you ring the bell, make sure you subscribe. Lots of things have to happen now besides subscribing to the channel in order to get alerts when I have new videos come out, or even to get an alert when I'm live. So hopefully you got those tonight. And you're able to join me. So as we roll out, let me give you this demo. So we're going to close YouTube from my phone. Let me tether my phone here real quick. I'm using an Apple TV into my Extreme ISO so I can bring my phone in. So let me go to this room. I call it the home theater on my phone. So I'm tethering. I am tethered now. And when I tether, Apple TV comes up in channel 4 of my ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. And so I have it on the screen now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the app for the Folio 360. Let me find it here. That's the Folio 360 app right here. And so I can show that too, also by cutting to channel 4. So it's on the bottom right, right above my email icon. But I'm going to open that now, and you're going to be able to see this as I go to this new view. So I'm going to go to this 3 box, and as I do this demo, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. And this is a shorter stream, but you're going to have some really cool little things happen here tonight. So there is the app. I'm going to switch to my other microphone. So you should be hearing me on my DJI mic now because I need to sneak over here. So I'm going to open this app first, and you can see that there's a number of choices. You have settings on the bottom. We're going to ignore that for right now. But you got single shot. So if I wanted to take a single shot with my phone, this syncs with that 360 turntable. So you can see I can choose all these different things. So let's just say we're going to do a single shot. I will go single shot, tap on that, and then it opens up this screen. So we're going to play with portrait right now for obvious reasons. So I've got portrait in there. This is the new tripod that you can buy from them. It's a great little tripod. I showed it last week. And so I literally can change the lighting. I have a remote control hanging down here. So I could up and lower the lighting. I'm going to duck out of the way. So there's some more overhead light. And here's some more halo light. We're going to leave it right about there because I adjusted it before we went live. It looks just a little overexposed on your guys' camera. So let me turn that back down. Halo bars down a little, and the overhead light down just a little. And let me move this halo bar out just to give you an idea that I can set that wherever I want. And I'm going to go ahead and snap a shot, select the device. I'm going to choose Folio 360. It will connect. I can raise the light in the back, and you'll see that going bright. and that's on the base of this in the back. And now I can hit a photo, took the shot. Here is that photo right here in all of these. And if I click on these are ones that Dominic and I shot the other day. This is a photo 360. I can touch it and spin it like that. And then if I go to a video 360, it just plays a video, and I can go forward and back down here on the bottoms of the screen. So we'll go back. So let's go ahead and go into the menu. Let's go ahead and hit phone 360, and I'll position this the best I can. And then I'm going to hit record. I can choose 24 frames, 36 frames, 48 frames, back to 24. Let's just do a 24 frame panoramic, full panoramic. There we go. And that is now shooting it. And it stops, takes a photograph, stops, and takes a photograph. So we'll switch back here to the other mic and just watch it go around. So this is a photo 360. I could also use a DSLR, and that's one of the choices in the app. But while it's shooting, I'm not gonna mess with the app. So that's gonna go all the way around. I set it to 24 shots. It can go up to 48, and then it'll take all 48. Takes a lot longer to go around, so for sake of time, we're going to go around quickly by only doing 24 frames. And then it puts everything together, stitches it together, and if you don't like the file, when you check it, you could just reposition your phone or reposition your DSLR and take a new photograph. And if you go to Orange Monkey site, you'll see all of the different DSLR cameras and manufacturers that are compatible with this device. Okay, so it's done. Let's switch back. And we're gonna go into the app. We're gonna go into Video 360, and I'm going to, let's just reposition it just a little bit. I'm gonna pull it back as far as I can. And you would center this, but I'm keeping the camera out of your way so you guys can see this spin. And I can adjust the lights. And then once all of these panos, these photographs, these video 360s are done, you can actually adjust the brightness inside the app. You can upload them to a site that then could be private or make it public. You could even share your 360 photographs stitched together, your video footage, so that anybody could look at it. Or you could share it privately, and you can pull those off of your phone, bring them into a video editor or a photo app, and edit the photographs. So there's lots of options that you have with this app. And so there, that's done. So we have shown you guys the 360 video version, the 360 phone version, single shot, and then you have turntable control. So if I just want to use this turntable, or change the spot it's in, that I could just simply go left, go right. I can tell it to go around more than once and just go ahead and let it run. And it will go and do what I want it to do. And then there's a button underneath it. If you hold the button down, it will actually go into, it's the linking button when you first get it on. But when you push that button down, it'll go into spinning mode, and you can just have it playing in the background if you want to use it in one of your live streams. So really great tool. I can stop it. I can go forward or back. Let me go back here. Forward or back, right or left, and position this wherever I want, and then back out of this and go back into a single shot mode. And let's take some shots, move it to a different position, take a shot, move it to a different position. Let's go back this way. I want to see him really painting that background. So let's get Miles and his face this way. And again, snap a shot. And it looks underexposed on the app, but you can see the exposure. And again, I would be exposing specifically for the video or the shots if I wasn't live. So again, I wanted to give you guys a really good full-size version of this box so that you can see how it works. So let's bring him back all the way around. So he's displayed right, and let's wrap this up. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry that he's a little off center there in the big window, but that is a quick look at the Folio 3. They have 3 sizes, and then they also have a little round device that you can get as well that's all pure white all the way inside, but it's very small. So if you want the largest one, it's the Folio 3. If you want the smallest one, it would be the Folio 1, and then there's a 2 in between, and then you have the turntable. You have a kit that makes it bigger on top, and a reflector if you're wanting to try to be able to have the infrared speaking to your DSLR camera. Then you have a little reflector you put down if you're going to put the bigger top on it. So more on the Folio 3 and the Folio 360 and all of the kits and the backgrounds in future videos. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me live. Thank you so much for allowing me to have this break. We'll see you on June 20th, and we will have fun streaming from OBS using a cam link, using a DSLR camera, and a RodeCaster Pro, not my current RodeCaster Pro 2. That RodeCaster Pro will make an appearance on the 20th as well. Thank you. Have a great week. Have a great 2 weeks. And I appreciate all of you. Peace and good night.